fucking good to be a gamer right now, honestly. Okay guys, I am hyped as fuck, and throughout this video I'm going to make sure that I'm shouting just to make sure that you understand and hear me. So what I'm going to do is overview E3 2014, but I'm only going to talk about what I was interested in, and let's start off with Microsoft. Now as usual, Microsoft did start off first, and they showed, of course, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now that game is the first Call of Duty I'm going to buy, the first one ever. Now the thing with me is I'm not really into first-person shooters. I just don't like the camera and having two hands in front of the screen turning about. I'd rather a third-person view. But this Call of Duty actually looks inspired. You can say it looks like Elysium or it's copying Titanfall, but this, I actually want to try it out. I want to buy it, and of course it does look good. Next up, I also wanted to state that Microsoft, their conference is just much more relaxed and cool and more entertaining than Sony's. They're just much more relaxed. With Sony, they try to force jokes and they're just, how do I say it, quite stiff. They're a bit too professional, but you know, let's go on. Back to Microsoft. Halo collection. Now, I'm not into Halo. The last one I played, I think, was Halo 2. All I remember is that there was this stupid pink alien jumping thing around, and it was just jumping around, and I was not feeling that, and I just quit the game. I was at my friend's house, I said, I'm not playing this. So next up, but I do want to say that Halo collection is a great idea. The remastered maps, all of that, all looks fantastic. For Halo fans, you guys are gonna love that, and that definitely is a good move. But for me, Halo is not. Next up, Forza Horizon 2. Now, as I always say, I do love me some Forza, but I was thinking, I kept looking at this game and thinking, Drive Club smashes this. But then I remember that, okay, Forza is open world, let me just allow that to slide. But Forza Horizon does look promising. Next up is Rise of the Tomb Raider. I was watching this trailer and I was thinking, that's Lara Croft, isn't it? That's Lara Croft. But why is she acting like that? That's Lara Croft. And what do you know? It was Lara Croft. And I haven't even played the first one yet, and there's already a second game. Well, looks like I've got to get moving. Next up is The Division. I can't remember if this was showed in Microsoft's conference, I think it was, and then later in Ubisoft's. By the way, I'm not going to be talking about Ubisoft and EA, just Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo. Okay, so yeah, The Division. What I wanted to state about The Division is this fucking girl, yo, this girl, please let her die halfway through the game or something. You know what I'm talking about. This girl that comments on everything you do. Oh. Hey, listen, girl. Shut the fuck up! Now, we're on to Sony. Sony. Now, the thing about these conferences, I'm from the UK. Our time zone is ahead of the US's. So when these conferences are showing in America in the afternoon, it's pretty much late night, early morning in the UK. You know, when people are busy, need to go to work, sort out their stuff. So the Sony conference was at 2 AM, and I decided I couldn't do it. But I just watched it now, and as you can see, I'm hyped as fuck. Now, I've always been saying this, PlayStation is the place to be. Now, the conference indeed was boring at times. The whole section of the letters, I don't know why they did that. But everything else, fantastic. Now, let's go over what I was interested in. Little Big Planet 3. Now, this is a franchise that does not need to stop. They just seem to be able to innovate and add more to that franchise every time they come out with it. These British developers. Now, you might look at Little Big Planet and think, I don't like the art style, it's kiddie. But my camera just cut off because it can't believe the hype as well. But as I was saying, Little Big Planet 3, absolutely amazing, great, lots of co-op going on there, keep that up. Next up, Battlefield Hardline, again a first-person shooter, but I do like the cops versus criminals theme, and I've been itching for a game where you play as a cop, but I'd rather a third-person game. So I am saying I'm interested, but can someone please make a third-person cop game? I'll make it if you want me to. Just give me the tools and yeah. Okay, next up is I want to talk about this fucking annoying presenter. This guy. Hey, listen to me, yeah? Shut up with the jokes. Jesus Christ. Oh, I couldn't stand it, man. Imagine if I was up at 2 a.m. watching this shit. These forced jokes in my ears. Present the games, don't make jokes, you're not good at it, and move on. Okay, YouTube sharing. Fantastic idea. I was wondering, when are they gonna bring this? When are they gonna bring this to PS4? You're missing, you're just, if you don't, you're gonna miss out on a great opportunity. Absolutely fantastic. In fact, it makes me consider staying on YouTube just when I have my PS4, uploading some clips to maybe this channel or another channel. But that is a great idea, and it had to happen sooner or later. Mortal Kombat X. Now, the Mortal Kombat X trailer, that shit gassed me. I was hyped as hell. I love that trailer, even the music. Now, I would say that they should have used the instrumental alone, but that trailer was spot on. Now we've seen gameplay footage, and I'm really happy we have, but I'm not too sure about the style or the way it looks. It seems to be copying Killer Instinct's type of art style and animation. But other than that, I did see some loads of interactive moves, interactions with the environment, etc, etc. Not a fan of those new characters, but the Scorpion and Sub-Zero fight, I was enjoying that. Okay, next up, this guy, whoever he is, which I've never seen, I have no idea who he is, but he's awesome. He was laid back, not forcing jokes. He presented what we needed to see quite nicely. So yeah, props to him. The Last of Us Remastered. Now, I don't know who was in charge of this, but why would you do that? Why would you do that? The Last of Us was an amazing game, yes. Yes, people should have played it by now. But there are people who haven't, and they are interested in The Last of Us Remastered, hence the reason they want to buy the game. But what do? You put up this trailer full of spoilers. For what reason, please? To punish people who haven't played it yet? And then you had the cheek to write at the start, this trailer is full of spoilers. So what do you want them to do? You wanted them to close their eyes? You wanted them to close their eyes at E3, or to skip ahead of the conference. Well, if they're watching live, how could they do that? You're just chucking people out of the experience. I did not like the fact that you used a trailer full of spoilers. You even put in the Left Behind DLC, which I have not played yet. Luckily, there weren't as much spoilers on that, but you showed quite a lot. You almost showed Joel getting impaled, which is quite an important part of the game. You showed Ellie fighting David. You showed the boss fight, I believe. Wow, how much you showed? You showed Joel's daughter getting killed, and that was Sarah. Next up, we need to talk about Metal Gear Solid 5. That Fox engine is working wonders. What I want to talk about is Metal Gear Solid 4, but Snake in particular. Snake looks crazy. What the fuck is he doing? He's taking the ashes and rubbing it on his face, trying to get all Kratos on you. What is he doing? And then there's blood all over his face in the next shot, forcing people to stab him or something like that. I don't know what he was doing, but he looks crazy, and I do like that type of character. Now that's one thing I love about Snake. He's never been generic. I hate generic characters. In Metal Gear Solid 4, what I loved about Snake, he was an elderly guy, and he still beasted on everyone. Yes, he would jump and he would hurt his knees, but he was elderly and he still went on with his mission. Smoking them cigarettes, looking like a boss. Snake always gets my commendation. Snake is a great character. Now, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of Metal Gear Solid, the franchise, but Snake, no one can take that away. No one. Wow, next up. This was honestly beautiful. And I was wondering, I've told many people what I wanted to see at E3. And I said I wanted to see some type of appearance from Rockstar. Whether it's a new IP, maybe it's a sequel, a Midnight Club, a new LA Noire, or something like that. Anything to do with Rockstar. But they come out with this, and I can't say I saw it coming. I mean, we all wanted it, but I can't say I saw it coming. Rockstar are bringing Grand Theft Auto 5 to the PlayStation 4. And that shit, that trailer, and that was in-game footage. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I told myself, I do not want to buy PS4 ports of a game I've already got. I've got GTA 5, I've got The Last of Us. But I'm buying both of those games on PS4 because it's worth it. That shit was beautiful. And not only was it beautiful, I could see that they're using the PS4 power to create more NPCs. The streets were packed. The streets were packed. It looked like an actual lively city. And I need to play that again. Yes, next up was Mr. Batman. Arkham Knight. Arkham Knight. Let me just rock in my chair for a minute. Did you see what that Batmobile was doing? Getting all Transformers on your ass. I was like, what the fuck is this Batmobile doing? It's going all red. The wheels are turning. It's clamping down. And then a turret comes out the top. And it starts sliding and maneuvering left and right without turning the wheels. Shit. This Batmobile is not a joke. But other than that, the game looks beautiful. Did you see the lighting? The city was blaring with lights. And I didn't see not any major frame rate drops. Now, I did pay attention to the handling of the Batmobile. And it is a bit arcadey. Like, it's quite, how do I say it? I mean, the turning looked like Burnout. And you know what? Yeah, let me just drive the Batmobile before I make my final verdict on that. But it did look a bit jumpy. Next up, of course, the big gun they saved for last, which is what they always do. I was waiting for Naughty Dog's appearance, whether The Last of Us Remastered or just them actually announcing Uncharted 4. Now, did you see that? And I know many people hate CGI trailers, but there were a lot of in-game footage, shots of games in this conference. And that was in-game footage. Did you see that shit? I don't want to talk about it. Did you see that shit? Did you see that shit? Did you see that shit? Uncharted 4. Life is complete. Now, Uncharted 4 is a game that has had a lot of bad news surrounding it. You know, you've had many people from Naughty Dog leave who were in charge or related to it, such as Amy Hennig, the creative director. Now, I really do hope the game does not lose its spirit, its direction. But other than that, the game is looking beautiful. Uncharted 1, 2, 3, 4, love them. I mean, Uncharted 1 to 3, I love them all. I platinumed them all. Uncharted 4, I really hope it's not breaking from what Uncharted is. Coming out in 2015. The same year as Arkham Knight. Now that's going to be the third Uncharted game to compete with Arkham series. So there's been Arkham Asylum competed with Uncharted 2 in the same year. Arkham City competed with Uncharted 3 in the same year. And finally Arkham Knight and Uncharted 4 are going to compete once again. Who's going to win more awards? This is what I love. It's so good to be a gamer right now. Now finally, of course, we have Nintendo. And on that note, I shall close my video. Nintendo. I mean, I said I'm going to talk about E3. They weren't at E3. Okay? Can't refute that. They may have had a little conference elsewhere, but they weren't at E3. Irrelevant motherfuckers with a shitty little Wii U. Create that new console, then we will talk. As I was saying, it's good to be a gamer right now. And the thing about these conferences, as I said, they're usually late night for us UK guys. And when they're shit or boring, it's the worst feeling ever, knowing that you've wasted your night that you could have been sleeping on a shitty conference or two. But this year, I would say they were alright. They were alright. But, wow. Irrefutably, PlayStation is the place to be. That's irrefutable. And every time I try to be open to Microsoft winning me over, PlayStation get out this sexy woman. Just close your eyes and picture this sexy woman. And she is PlayStation. It's like, why look elsewhere? Why? Her name is PlayStation. Whatever you need, she will do it. It's all there.